Hi there. This is John Anthony Francis Wilcox, and today is Saturday, the 16th of August, 2025. I hope you are all doing well. I am getting by, and let's see, let's fill you in. So, let's start with drugs. Ever since I was in the hospital, I've been taking a drug called methocarbamol, which lessened muscular cramps in my body. And it was doing well. And I've been getting it, so I've been on Medicaid. I never had to pay for it. And then on my birthday this year in June, I had to be switched from Medicaid to Medicare. And suddenly they were charging me for my methocarbamol, and I can't afford it. So I called up my doctor's office and said, "Can you switch me out for something else because of this?" And they said, "Sure." So the doctor's office put me on a thing called cyclobenzaprine, which is a muscle relaxant. And the copay to get the 10-day supply to test them out was just 50 cents. So, but I tried them, and they made me tired 24 hours a day, and they made my legs really weak. So, plus, I got a thing in the mail from Medicare saying, "We don't really cover this, call us." So, I talked to someone there, and they said, "Yeah, you have to have your doctor call us and get permission to give that to you, and then your copay will be between $95 and $100. So those two things combined, I called up the doctor's office and I said, "Look, I know I got to pay like $12 for the methocarbamol, but this stuff is screwing up my days because it's making me sleepy, it's making my legs weak, it's not helping me at all. So I'm going to stop those and go back to methocarbamol." And he said, "Fine." So I did that. I let myself not be on anything for a couple of days to get it out of my system. Took the methocarbamol again, and all is good with the world. And and I know you're saying, "John, $12 isn't a lot," but you know what? When you get a pittance, $12 is a lot. So also, we had a woman come over this week, Michael and I, uh, who was here to do, I guess, a determination. She interviewed Michael and I about the government paying Michael to for his taking care of me, which they really ought to. And so that seemed to go well. I'm trying to not sneeze. I don't know when I'll succeed, but I at the very least have to release the call of the trumpeter swan. There we go. And anyway, the woman was a young lady named Samantha who was very nice, very helpful. So had to have all kinds of things ready. She told me in advance, like a list of all my medications, my Medicare cards, my ID, all kinds of stuff. So I had all of that ready for her. And then she said the next step will be in about a month where I'll have more paperwork to do and I'll hear back. And then if we get it, we'll know by like October, November. So hopefully that goes well. She also said that with how little I earn, how come I'm still not on Medicaid as well as Medicare? So she was reapplying for that for me as well. So we'll see how that goes. That might be a nice thing. So that's what's been going on with that. During my week, I finished up my review of the Jethro Tull box set. I realized I hadn't reviewed a 2 CD live thing that I got of Amy Grant from 1989. Uh, I finally wrote up a review of that, and that was just wonderful. And now I'm starting up on the 5 CD, 1 Blu-ray of Deep Purple's Made in Japan. So, so there's that. I got confirmed that I have free passes to go see Retro World Expo in September. My friend Pete and I are going to go to that. And I would really love a grinder, but it's another thing I can't afford. Like a nice meatball parmesan, which my nephew Michael would love as well. Can't afford them. It's tough, you know. On the other side of that, things are as they are. Anyway, so what else this week? I felt very abandoned by a friend of mine. Very sad about that. Someone I never thought would do that. So that was a very unpleasant surprise. I had a very interesting little dream that I woke up crying from. I dreamt that it was like just after dusk at my old place at number 40 Hills Court, and I was outside and I could see like the yellowish light coming from the kitchen, and looking in the window I could see my dad from like the waist up wearing a light blue t-shirt, which he did a lot of the time, and he loved that for whatever reason. Anyway, he was in the kitchen, and I could see him kind of facing right, so I'm in profile, and he was heading toward the living room. And in the dream, I knew my mom was in there sitting on her couch near the front door. And I just was taken by how much I wanted to go, I'll be right in, and go in, and then the dream just dissolved, and I woke up crying. But it was a very emotional dream. It was beautiful. I mean, I have to say, my dad and my mom show up in a lot of dreams that I have, and sometimes other people, rarely. Like sometimes my dear Donna, who I loved a lot, who died in 2018. She's shown up a few times, but not as often as my folks. My folks show up probably my dad the most, almost every week. What else? I talked to my nephew Pat a little. Um, just ordinary stuff. But always moving forward. Things are okay. I'm wearing a stupid thing on my head just for this video because I felt like it. And I hope you're all doing well. And I will see you the next time. I love you. Bye bye.